Hello and welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. In today's video, this is part 2 of the do's and don'ts of home buying. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about the don'ts in home buying. So again, I'm not a real estate agent, not a lender, not any of those things. I just happened to have purchased a home 13 years ago as a first-time home buyer, and just recently a couple of years ago. And in each process, I wish I would have known some of this information that I'm going to provide to you here today. The process is really no different from 13 years ago, other than technology has changed. Certain documents have changed, and the processes on how things are done are slightly different. But the tips that I'm going to be sharing with you today are relevant today, yesterday, and moving forward. So let's dive in. Don't number 1 is don't give up control. Don't allow the frustration of the home buying process to cause you to give up control to your real estate agent, to friends, to family, to people that don't know your situation. This may cause you to buy a home that's out of your price range. This may cause you to accept things that you will totally regret later. It's important that you stay firm on the decisions that you made prior to going into this. You have goals, you have your list, you have all those things in order. Do not give up control to somebody else and allow them to make decisions for you that aren't necessarily best for you. So that's tip number 1. Don't number 2, don't lower your standards. Do not decide to get a home in an area that's less than desirable because it's cheaper. Just because a house is cheaper, but it may look nicer. Why? Why is that? Why is this home so cheap? Is the neighborhood bad? Are the neighbors terrible? Is the home falling apart? Is it something that you didn't even need? Do not lower your standards. Do not let fatigue, frustration, and just feeling rushed. Don't let those things make you change your standards. Don't lower them. You know what it is you're looking for in a home. Keep that in mind, because when you purchase this home, that's your home. You're responsible for it. And if you hate it, that's based on the fact that you lowered your standards. So do not lower your standards. Don't number 3, don't get emotionally involved. Do not get emotionally involved in the process. Yes, you'll find a home that you love. And yes, it will have everything that you've ever desired. But something may happen. Maybe they're asking for a higher price. Maybe you have to make an offer today. Do not get emotionally attached to the home. If the home does not pan out in your favor, then the home was not meant for you. When you get emotionally attached, you're more likely to make rash decisions that will affect you in the long run. It is very important not to become emotionally involved in the process. It's okay to love a home, but you have to remember that you had a strategy, you had a goal. The house will still be the house. Maybe there's a better house. Do not become emotionally attached to this one house. Don't number 4, don't throw away anything. And I mean anything. Don't throw away scrap pieces of paper. Don't throw away forms you filled out at the very beginning. Do not throw away anything. This will come back and bite you in the butt. I can guarantee you that that one piece of paper that you scribbled a name on will be the difference between you closing and not closing. Don't throw away anything during this process. Everything that has something on it has something on it for a reason. So keep everything. Don't throw away anything. Tip number 5, don't rush to put in an offer. Don't. Yes, they will pressure you and say, oh my gosh, there's 5 people that have put an offer in. The housing market is ridiculous. Somebody's going to snap this house up. We need to decide today. Don't rush. If the house is meant for you, like I said in the last tip, the house will be there. But if you rush to make an offer and you haven't thought strategically about the offer and you're not comfortable with the offer, it will come back on you in the form of a high mortgage payment for a house you were not totally in love with. But because you were pressured into making an offer, you make an offer. And if they accept and you put down earnest money, you're now responsible to follow through with the closing of this house. The worst thing you could possibly do is purchase a home that you end up having buyer's remorse for. So do not rush into giving an offer. Take time, think about it, talk about it, sleep on it, and then make your offer. Number 5, don't procrastinate. Do not procrastinate. Do not put off today for tomorrow. Do not do it. The time that you take procrastinating will be the difference between you closing and not. If your real estate agent or your lender asks for something, they need it immediately. You stop everything you're doing and you get it to them. It may seem impossible, but you make the impossible possible. Do not procrastinate. If you get a phone call in the middle of the night or an email saying, hey, we need this ASAP, act like your life depended on it. Because at the end of the day, this home that you put an offer in and the money that you plan on spending do depend on it. So do not procrastinate in this process. You have to be an active participant in purchasing your home. Number 6, don't underestimate the flaws that you have found in this home. When you go out to look at a home, you will notice flaws in almost each home. No home is perfect. Even a new build, nothing's perfect. Do not underestimate these flaws, because flaws are repairs that you're going to have to make. And if you're not able to make those repairs, then you're stuck. When we purchased our first home, one of the things that we overlooked was a flaw that we thought was minor. It was a plumbing issue. We noticed it, we asked about it. The inspector that we had that we thought was reputable, we asked him about it. He didn't give us too much information, but he assured us that the home would be fine. That flaw turned into a nightmare. That flaw cost more than it was even worth to fix. So just know that small flaws that you may overlook in looking at your home and being glossed over by being a homeowner will become nightmares later. So don't underestimate flaws at all. Do your research, ask around, ask for real-time estimates. Make sure that that flaw is not a major disaster waiting to happen, because it will happen. Tip number 7, don't assume that your real estate agent is going to be able to handle it all. Do know that if they are as good as they say they are, they're probably going to be busy. It's your responsibility to make sure that you're staying on top of them. It's your responsibility to make sure that you're following up. It would be great if they were able to handle everything. But remember, they may have about 6, 7, who knows how many clients. You can't assume that they know everything and will handle everything. Some things you're going to have to do on your own. Some things you're going to have to follow up with them on. But don't ever make the assumption that your real estate agent is going to be able to know it all or handle it all. Number 8, do not under any circumstances empty out your emergency fund or your savings account purchasing this home. Don't do it. Do not do it. If you don't hear anything else I have said, do not drain your accounts purchasing this home, because at the end of the day, that will come back. You're going to need extra money once you close on your house and you have keys in hand to make repairs, to do maintenance, to buy furniture, to fix appliances, to purchase appliances. Anything that is an emergency can and will happen during this time. I guarantee it. Never ever use all the money that you've had saved up or your emergency fund to buy this house. If you don't have enough to purchase this house, then you don't have enough to purchase this house. The house is not for you. You're going to have to step back and build up your savings to purchase this house, or build up a separate savings for the house. But do not drain your accounts trying to purchase this house. Do not become house poor. You will regret it. It is very important that you still have cash on hand after the house is purchased. You never know what may happen. You still have to turn on your lights. You still have to turn on your water. So keep those things in mind. Emergencies do happen and will happen. So do not drain your emergency fund or your savings account trying to purchase this home. Number 9, don't take out any additional loans, lines of credit, or open any new credit cards during this period. During the 30-day process of home buying, it is important that your credit remains the way it was when you got your pre-approval or better. If for some reason your credit drops even a point, it could be a disaster. Do not do not apply for a loan credit card during this time, because those inquiries, as you should know by now, will reduce your credit score. Not by a lot, but maybe by enough where your interest rate will now change. Maybe you don't even qualify for the home because those points matter. Do not apply for any lines of credit. They will send you, they will. The creditors know they will send you all the pre-approvals for all the credit cards, all the loans that you think that you may need. Don't do it. Don't do it. The house is not yours until it's yours. So do not fall into that trap. If you take out a loan, I guarantee you're going to start spending money. Don't do it. And don't number 10, don't make any major purchases on credit. Do not. Do not, because I guarantee you something is going to probably happen to a car that you own. I don't know why it happens. It happens. It happens both times that I went to purchase my home. Both times we had cars that just died. I don't know why. I don't know why. But whatever you do, do not make any big purchases at this time. Do not buy a washing machine for the house. Do not buy a stove or that refrigerator that's on sale at your local wherever. I know they have great deals. Don't do it. Do not let a refrigerator come between you and your home. Don't do it. Because your debt to income ratio matters during this process. Not only that, that also affects your credit. Because if you take out credit and you're spending on it, all of that correlates. Do not do it. Do not do it. Don't make any large purchases during this time. And there you have it, friends. 10 don'ts for the home buying process. Home buying is one of the most frustrating and rewarding things you will probably ever go through. Those 30 to 45 days are life-changing. You will learn a lot during the way. And if you've gone through the process, if you're in the middle of the process and you like to share, please feel free to do that. If you like this video, please be sure to do that too. Please be sure to subscribe. I'll be talking about more of these types of events, types of spending, types of purchases, just types of everything. That's what my channel is about. I like to share. Again, home buying. If you're in the middle of the home buying process, I wish you tons of luck and tons of success. I know that you'll come out with a gorgeous home at the end. Please be sure to share that with me. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.